Today I'll be sharing with you 7 digital product ideas that you can start right now. And one of these product ideas has made this 20-year-old as much as $75,000 a month in January alone of this year. And because it's a digital product, he got to keep more than 93% of that. So in this video, I'm going to be including secret tips and tricks for every idea. So make sure you don't skip any part of the video because one little tip can change the entire game for you. So check out this store on Etsy, Lola Paper Center. If you use a tool like Everbee, you can see that one of the products is making $30,000 a month. And that's just for one product. The store is selling real estate templates, which are basically digital templates that real estate agents use to market their services and also to post on social media. But to clarify the revenue earlier, the figure from Everbee is taking the regular price and multiplying it by the number of sales. So if you go back, you can see the product is on sale for $33. So if you want to be conservative, you want to take $33 times 300 units, which is still almost $10,000. And let's say that the product is on sale about 50% of the time. So we can safely assume that this product is making between $20,000 to $30,000 a month. And that's not including the other products they have. Now, I have some friends who are real estate agents. They're very busy people and they use a lot of social media to market their property listings. And naturally, they don't have time to design and create these posts from scratch. So using templates like this where they can just edit the text and images would be a huge time saver for them. And you can see here there are hundreds of templates that you can use for social media posts. And some of these also include newsletter templates, brochure templates, and just everything a real estate agent needs. Now what's crazy is that this store only started last year, which is very recent in Etsy. And they've only got 23 listings, and they're still able to rake in $30,000 for one product. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Etsy is so saturated, everyone's selling on Etsy. Well, not really if you follow my tips. So if you search for digital planners on Etsy, you'll be competing with 580,000 listings. It's going to be very tough for you to compete with that many listings with a brand new product. But if you type in real estate templates here, it's a much smaller number with only less than 60,000 listings. And there's so much demand for this. So the key here is to narrow down into a smaller niche and you can break it a lot easier this way. So if you're interested in starting this business, you can use Canva to create your designs. Canva has tons of pre-made templates that you can use and transform them into your own. So if you go to Canva, click on create a new design, and on the left you can search for real estate templates. And as you can see here, there are tons of options to choose from. You can pick the one you want and you can make your edits. Now if you have some capital to work with, you can always hire a designer from Fiverr or Upwork and pay someone to create this for you. And it's quite affordable. You can give them a guide on the theme colors or a feel that you like and just wait for the results. This way you can focus on setting up the business while waiting for the product to be made. And since this is a digital product, you only need to pay the designer once and sell this item an unlimited number of times. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I love digital products. The reason why I'm so bullish on digital products is that because they're relatively faster to make and they can be sold an infinite number of times. Whereas a physical product can take months to develop, manufacture, and ship. And you can only sell however many quantity you ordered. So I sold physical products on Amazon FBA years ago, and on average it took me about 1 month to design the product, going back and forth with my factory, and another month for them to manufacture the product, and another month to ship it. So a total of 3 months minimum to launch a new product. And you don't even know whether the product's gonna sell or not. So before you even start selling, you're already lost a quarter of a year. But don't forget that you also need to deal with the returns. But with digital products, you don't need to deal with any of these. And there's no 30-day refund policy for digital products. And not to say that the profit margins are insane. I'm talking about 93% or more, depending on the platform that you're selling on. Everything is a digital download, and you never have to wait to restock your items because you only need to create the product once and sell it forever. So the next product idea is what I call system templates. Now, templates have really blown up in recent years, and a great example of a success story is this person, Islo, who's made $200,000 selling Notion templates in 2022. And he was only 20 years old. 20 years old, guys. So it's just impressive to see someone that young to be able to create something and be successful with it. And what's more impressive is that he didn't even sell his templates on Etsy. He built his own audience from zero using Twitter. He also posted something recently in his Twitter account that he just made $75,000 in January of this year, which I think is mind-blowing if I'm honest. And another YouTuber, Thomas Frank, sold $1 million worth of Notion templates in 2022 as well. So that's $83,000 a month. Now the reason I'm showing you these examples is just to show you that these numbers are possible with digital products. And Notion is not the only player in the game. So another app, ClickUp, is also on the rise. They closed last year with 100,000 users and made $150 million in revenue, which just shows how much demand there is for these tools. Now, to be completely honest with you, there's a bit of a learning curve with this, and it does take a bit of a time to build an audience. But I believe with a bit of time, anyone with the right mindset can learn and create a relatively passive business. Now, to be realistic, Islo didn't just create some random templates, post it online today, and make $80,000 the next 30 days. It takes progress. I see so many people stop trying because they overcomplicate the process. They spend so much time planning to get the perfect roadmap to success. But success also comes with taking action. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to have the end in mind. But if you do, that's great. But if you don't, work with what you already have and just start. Don't overthink it and just do it. And if you look at the chart here, he didn't start from $75,000. He started from $0, just like everyone else. It takes progress. So he built his Twitter following from zero. He started by sharing tips and tricks on how to use the software and provided value. And over time, his audience appreciates him and the sales started coming in. So the key here is just to take action. Now this next one is gonna blow your mind. But I have to be honest, not everyone can do this. But the reason why I'm still sharing this is because I want to show you what's possible with AI in 2023. And I believe that this will trigger some of you to create something spectacular out of this. So this Instagram user's name is Karen Marjorie. She just created an AI version of herself called Karen AI, and she charges $1 per minute for her fans to speak to her AI version. And what's insane is that in the first week of the beta testing, this woman made $72,000 in the first week. Damn, I wish I'm a hot chick right now with techie friends that can create this for me. So basically, before she started, she already got a huge following, something like 1.8 million Snapchat followers. And as you can already guess, her audience is mostly guys, and she said that there's just so many guys contacting her. So she then created a robot version of herself. Now she's working with a company called Forever Voices, which is doing all the heavy lifting to create the AI personality and the programming using OpenAI ChatGPT, while Karen does the voice recordings. She claimed that she's already recorded 2,000 hours of her content and voice. And she became the first influencer to be turned into an AI. And now millions of people, or men, will be able to talk to her at the same exact time. So she recently did an interview where she said that she created this AI to combat loneliness. And apparently there's an article in Forbes that said that 58% of Americans feel loneliness. So it looks like there's a real problem to be solved. It's kind of sad, but it's definitely working out for her. And if you didn't know, there's already existing apps like Rent a Friend or Papa Pal that helps lonely people find another person to talk to. So the demand is already there. And this woman is taking advantage of the power of AI to provide this service at a scale. Now, whether you think this is ethical or not, or if it's good for society in the long term, it's up for debate. But she's got the formula right. She took a huge problem that exists, which is loneliness, and used the power of AI to create unlimited versions of herself, which is actually the concept of a digital product, where you can create unlimited copies of a product and sell it for eternity. And for Karen, the AI has already more than 1,000 paying subscribers, and she said that she believes they could bring in $5 million a month eventually. Alright, back to reality. Alright guys, if you're liking the content so far, please hit like and subscribe. And I'm also doing a $100 giveaway every week. All you need to do is click like, subscribe, and leave a comment on which phase in business are you in. Are you still working your 9 to 5, or are you still in school, or you've started a business and you're looking to expand? I'll pick a winner every week, so if you win, I'll send you a PayPal of $100. So make sure your email is available on your profile. So the next one on the list is presets, more specifically Lightroom presets. These are basically image filters that you can use to transform your images with a click of a button. So check out this store on Etsy, Catherine Dream, who's making $39,000 a month on just one of her products. So if you scroll down, you're going to see that their other products are doing just as well. And if you search for Lightroom presets on Etsy, you're going to see that there's still a lot of opportunity. You'll also notice that the trend for photo filters in general is still on the upward trend. So I think that this is a great niche to get into today. And if you think about it, selling photo presets can be a very sustainable and passive business. Because I believe that in 5 to 10 years from now, new social media apps can emerge, but people will still be taking photos and using filters to edit. And I know a lot of photographers who constantly use them as it helps them complete their edits that much faster. And as we all know, if you create a product that makes someone's lives easier, it won't be hard to sell. So if I were to get started with this, I would first pick a niche to start in. For example, you can create presets for wedding, nursery, baby, or travel. So I know I'm only giving you the basics here as this is not a dedicated video about presets. But if you decided to do this, there are plenty of videos teaching you how to create Lightroom presets on YouTube. And once you're done creating the presets, the quickest way is to list it on Etsy. They already have the audience, and if you're a beginner, the smart thing to do is to capitalize on that. And down the road, once you're ready to build your own audience, I would create an Instagram or a TikTok account posting content showing lots of before and after pictures with my presets. And I also could make videos on how to edit the photos, provide some value first, then sell my presets to my audience. And I read somewhere that Peter McKinnon made around $1 million in a year selling just presets on top of his other income. So that's just how big this can get. Alright, so I'll be honest, this next one is definitely harder to do, but not impossible. So today, nobody creates a website from scratch anymore. I mean, at least people with limited budget or a small business, they won't hire a team of developers just to create a simple website. So where do they go? They will buy templates. So whichever platform you choose to set up your website, either it's Wix, Shopify, Webflow, Framer, Squarespace, you can always use a theme or a template to create your website. So for the customer, it's a one-click process from a blank slate to a fully designed website, and they just have to edit the text, the images specific to their business, and they're done. So this woman from 23andNine Creative in 2020 sold about 70 templates a month. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot, right? Because it's not. And if you see, her templates range from $130 to $200. So if you do the math, even with only 70 templates, she's already making between $10,000 and $14,000 every month passively. And this was 3 years ago. So if I were to start and if I don't have any experience, I would hire someone from Fiverr or Upwork to do the designs for me. You can probably give them an existing template to work from and transform it into your own. So never copy someone else's work because that will bite you back sooner or later. If you want to create a proper business, you have to do it right. Now, once you have the templates ready, the first place that I would probably go to is Etsy, as that's the easiest way and quickest way to get some sales. But I wouldn't want to depend on it entirely. So if you know me, I like to diversify my income. So down the road, when you're ready, you can start creating an Instagram or a Pinterest profile to build your audience. And I also want to point out that Pinterest is especially good for promoting digital products. And you can definitely run Pinterest ads as they're very cheap relative to Facebook or Instagram ads. So those are my tips. Now let's say you're already making $10,000 or $15,000 a month selling website templates. How do you scale the business? Well, that brings me to my next idea, creating a masterclass. So a masterclass is essentially a digital course designed to help your audience to learn a specific skill. And that's exactly what Chelsea did. She's created a masterclass to teach people how they can create these templates and make a business out of it. She's leveraging her knowledge that she already has and created another digital product based on that. And the cool thing about a masterclass is you're only creating the content once and maybe a few updates here and there. And the rest is about marketing your course. And you guys might know a popular YouTuber, Ali Abdaal. He actually created a course years ago on Skillshare, and he's made tons of money doing that. In fact, in 2020, he's made $700,000 on the Skillshare platform alone. Yes, he started years ago, and how can you compete with that? Well, you don't. Imagine if you can just make 5 to 10% of that, and that's just one platform, Skillshare. But having said that, I hope you can see the power of digital courses. According to a Forbes article, the digital course industry is estimated to reach $325 billion by 2025. Yes, I know there are a lot of people selling scammy courses out there, charging $3,000 or $4,000 without giving any actual useful content. And that's never the way to do business. But if you're giving people value and you price it fairly, that's a legitimate product. Now you can create a masterclass in any topic. You can teach about cooking, baking, on how to code, or how to learn photography. I believe that if there's a specific skill to be shared, you can monetize it using a masterclass. Okay, so my next digital product idea is actually quite new, and I don't see a lot of people talking about it yet. at least at the time of recording this video. And it's digital backdrops people use for maternity photo shoots, wedding, or even baby photos. You can simply take a photo of the subject in the comfort of the studio, and with minimal editing skills, you can overlay the image onto the digital backdrop. And you can see that this seller on Etsy, Shades of Drops, has been making around $30,000 doing this. And they just started recently, about 4 to 5 months ago. And since we're in the wedding season, which is between spring and fall, I've been noticing that there's a rise in demand for these backdrops. And if I were to start this business today, I can easily use an AI tool like Midjourney to create the backdrops for me. With a few simple prompts, I was able to create these images that I can start selling on Etsy. And that's exactly how Shades of Drops have been making bank selling these backdrops on Etsy. So if you want to see the prompts that I used to create these images, click on this video right here where I share everything to create the backdrops, including how to create the people that you can overlay on the backdrops. And I also teach you how to create the listings as well. So click on this video next and see you there.